So we are ready to shoot in 3, 2, 1. Hello guys and girls, welcome to another video. This is Vivek Pathak and I'm making this video after a long time. I know. And in this video we are going to talk about myth, not myth pat. Myth. Is myth the opposite of truth, or is it the only truth? Let's find out. Before starting, today's quote is by Albert Camus from his book The Myth of Sisyphus. The Myth of Sisyphus. He wrote, "Myths are made for the imagination to breathe life in them." By this we understand how myth has evolved from being a true narrative to being considered as falsehood. Let's find the meaning and origin of the word myth. Myth has originated from the Greek word mythos. In Sanskrit, it is called as mithya, which is nowadays considered as false. But myth is not completely false. As Devdutt Pattanaik wrote in his book Myth Equals Mithya, that myth is truth which is subjective, intuitive, cultural and grounded in faith. He distinguishes mithya and satya. He wrote, "Mithya was truth seen through a frame of reference. Satya was truth independent of any frame of reference." Now this is a bit disturbing because there is nothing truth in an independent form. Everything has its frame of reference. So there is no Satya. That means everything is a mithya. Okay, let me explain with an example. Some people believe in God and some people do not believe in God. So what is the independent truth? Comment below. Here, both the situations are of myth, because the believer of God has not seen, observed or felt the God, but still believes because he has a frame of reference that he has got from his parents or surrounding or culture. On the other hand, the non-believer that do not believe in God say they did not feel, see or observe God, so how can they believe in them? This is their set of myth. These ideas do not stand independently. They need to have a frame of reference to understand things. That's why it's called myth. Some myths are considered sensible for one group, but maybe it's nonsense for the other. Myths are built in close communities to bind the community together, like religion, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, etc. They all have a concept of God that they believe in that binds them together. In his book, Devdutt Pattanaik wrote about two types of myth: religious myth and secular myth. Religious myth talks about a rebirth, hell, heaven, sin, Satan and salvation. Whereas secular myth talks about sovereignty, nation state, women's right, gay right, human rights, etc. Yes, these are myths too, if you think deeply. But these are not the only type. Let's get into the theoretical classification of myth. There are three types of myth. 1. Etiological myth. 2. Historical myth. 3. Psychological myth. Etiological myth explains why something is the way it is today. But note that these reasons are not real or scientific reasons. I will give you an example of Ram Setu. Many Hindu followers think Ram Setu was built by Ram's army while marching towards Lanka. Here it explains the construction of bridge with the reference of Ramayana. That's the etiological myth. Historical myths are told about historical event and they help to keep the memory of the event alive. In historical myth, the accuracy of the event is lost, but the meaning is gained. Psychological myths try to explain why we feel and act the way we do. Like some people, especially women in India, claim to be acquired by goddesses and whatever they do is an act of goddess. That's a psychological myth. I would also like to mention another type of myth called the creation myth, which explains how animal, humans or plant or any kind of creature is been created. Some believe it is what Darwin has said and some believe that it is God. Easy. But there is no independent truth to it. That's all for the theories. Let's jump to what I think about myths and should we have myths in our life and how can we use them for our benefit. In my opinion, myth is an important thing. You have to assume something before solving a problem. Like in mathematics, people assume a value before solving any mathematical equation. Humans were, are, and will solve problems with the help of these myths. People who are in problem look towards God as a ray of hope. It's their myth. Let them live with that myth because that helps them. Whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you stable, whatever makes you happy is your myth. There is nothing that is true in an independent form. But as we assume the myths, it makes things more easier to understand. Just think about it. You believing in something should not be the only truth. I believing in something is not the only truth. So whatever you think is not the only truth. You have to accept it and work on it. So let others live with their myth. You live with yours and accept that these all are myths. There is nothing that you think is true. There are many things that I can talk about on this topic. I think I should make a podcast of it. If this video hits 50 million,
प्लीज इसको लाइक और फॉलो करके आगे बढ़ा दीजिए. ये लड़का बहुत ही मेहनत कर रहा है.
This video hits 50 likes, I will definitely make a podcast. I don't know about what, but I will talk and bring some guests and just have a discussion about some topics that you want to listen and you want to have a different perspective about it. So hope you're living in your myth and you understand what myth is. That's it for today, guys. If you like this video, so make sure you like this video. Make sure this video hits 50 likes and more so that I can start my podcast. Subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon for further notification. Thank you for watching. This is MythPat. This is Vivek Pathak. Peace out.
ओ बेटा जी, अरे ओ बाबूजी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम. ओ बेटा जी, किस्मत की हवा कभी नरम कभी गरम, कभी नरम नरम कभी गरम गरम, कभी नरम गरम नरम गरम. ओ बेटा जी.